Yeah, hello once again. So this video is on phases of iron carbon diagram. I had told this before. So if you have referred to the introduction on iron carbon diagram, then understanding this would be quite simpler. Okay, so please refer to the introduction of phase diagram, iron carbon phase diagram, then get back to this video. Okay, so let's start. As I told you, there are various percentages of iron and carbon in this iron carbon diagram. So for various composition of iron carbon and at various temperature, there are various phases being formed where every phase has its own specific mechanical properties. So that is the reason why we are studying this iron carbon diagram. So firstly, we'll start with the first phase of iron carbon diagram, that is called as alpha ferrite. I'll zoom in little here so that you can clearly see. This is iron carbon phase diagram. This particular phase alpha that you are seeing, it is called as alpha ferrite or also called as alpha iron. Now this phase is also called as the ferritic phase. Okay, and it is observed at 727 degrees Celsius with 0.02 percentages of carbon. Very less percentage of carbon. Maximum percentage is iron. That is why it is called as alpha iron, alpha ferrite. Okay. This particular phase, alpha ferrite phase, it is the most soft structure of this entire diagram, and this phase is what is responsible for the magnetic properties that you can see in steel and cast iron. Okay. And this phase has BCC structure. Okay, hope I made you clear. The magnetic property that you see in steel and cast iron, it is because of this phase, alpha ferrite phase. So this phase makes it magnetic. How and what are all those microstructure calculations, all those things you don't have, luckily. Okay, you just need to know the phase and its properties. So just follow this. Okay, and one more important thing I had to tell you. In the notes that I have given, clearly the percentages of carbon and the temperature has been mentioned. Please follow that only. Don't refer any other sources for that. Whatever the information I have given in the notes is perfectly correct. It is mentioned in William D. Callister book. If you are not able to refer to that book, it's okay. Whatever the notes, whatever the points that you have to note down from that book is written in this notes only. So refer to the notes, that's more than helpful to you. Okay, so hope I made you clear. Whatever the temperature and the composition I tell you, please refer to that only. It's given in the notes also, follow the notes only. Okay, fine. So this is phase 1, alpha ferrite phase, alpha ferritic phase or alpha iron. Okay. So the next phase is austenitic phase, or also it is called as gamma iron. Now this phase is observed, if you can see, it's observed at 912 degrees Celsius to 1394 degrees Celsius, this particular phase. Okay. Between 912 to 1304 degrees Celsius, you have the gamma iron or the austenite phase. This phase has 2.14 percentages of carbon and the remaining is iron. 2.14 percentages of carbon and the remaining percentage is iron. Okay. So this austenite phase, it is also called as gamma iron. Okay. This phase is present, this phase is in non-magnetic. Okay. This phase makes it non-magnetic and it is unstable at room temperature. That means if you bring this particular phase at lower temperature, it becomes unstable. That means to say this phase does not exist only. So this is observed only above at higher temperatures, 912 to 1394 degrees Celsius. You cannot see this phase below that. Okay. So it is unstable and it will gain the stability only beyond 727. Now higher temperature means you cannot see this phase again at 600 or 500 degrees Celsius. You can see this phase only above 727 degrees Celsius. Okay. So basically this phase happens to be at higher temperatures. Okay. And under this structure, okay, when the temperature is raised above 727, If you remember, alpha phase was it FCC, it was a BCC structure. Now at this temperature, BCC will be converted to FCC. That is why I have mentioned here. Whatever may be the phase between 727 degree, from the room temperature up to 727 degrees Celsius, whatever the phases that you see, they will all be in BCC. Hope you know what is BCC, FCC and all. Okay, so that will be in BCC. Beyond that, at higher temperature, because of the variation in the atomic arrangement and everything, it will be transferred to FCC. So austenite is in FCC. Okay, this is your second phase. Now third phase is delta ferrite or delta iron. That is this small thing that you can see. Okay. Now delta ferrite or delta iron, it is stable only at higher temperature. Just like austenite, this is even much beyond austenite. Okay, very higher temperature. It is observed only at 1394 degrees Celsius to 1495 degrees Celsius. See, only at this combination of, only between this temperatures you can see this delta ferrite. Okay, so delta ferrite, and it is again, it's also called as delta iron. Now again, at this temperature, FCC gets converted to BCC, because at this higher temperature it was FCC now, when the austenitic phase. Even beyond the next phase, it becomes BCC. So the phase is transferred to BCC. Okay, so this entire phase diagram, if you can see, temperature within 727 degrees Celsius, it is 727, it is BCC. Temperature when it is rise from 727 up to 1495 degrees Celsius, it is FCC. Sorry, up to 1394 degrees Celsius, it is FCC. From 1394 and above, beyond that, FCC is transferred to BCC. So the entire phase diagram is between these three, BCC, FCC, BCC. Okay, so this is delta ferrite. Next three phases is cementite. Okay, overall there are 6 phases that we have to concentrate on. Okay, so the next fourth phase is cementite, which is 6.67 percentages of carbon, and it is observed only below 727 degrees Celsius. That means it is needless to say cementite is in BCC. It will have the BCC structure. Okay, so cementite is observed at 6.67 percentages of carbon below 727 degrees Celsius. Now this phase is very hard and very brittle, because it has higher percentages of carbon. Always remember, if there is higher percentages of carbon in any component, that component will be brittle, hard. Okay, then compared to other phases, of course, because it has the higher percentage of carbon compared to any other phase in FEC diagram, this is more hard and brittle because of its higher carbon content. Okay, next is ledeburite. Ledeburite is the combination of, what is this? Gamma iron, that is austenite. It is the combination of austenite and cementite. Okay, and it has the carbon percentages of 4.3. That is why at 4.3 percentage only you can see this. At 4.3 percentage, and the temperature should be between 727 to 1147 degrees Celsius. That is not mentioned here, but it is understood. Okay, so this point that it indicates, it is 1147. So within this temperature and the percentages of 4.3 percentage of carbon, only you will find the ledeburite, which is combination of gamma iron and iron carbide. Okay, Fe3C. Next, the last phase is pearlite, which is combination of alpha ferrite, alpha iron and Fe3C again. Again, it is below 727 degrees Celsius. Okay, and it is observed with carbon percentage of 0.83%. This dotted line that you can see represents the carbon percentage pertaining to that particular phase. So 0.83% perlite, okay, and it has only this much, and at this temperature 727 and below, it is formed at 727 and it is very stable at below temperatures, not higher. Okay, 0.83, and it's the combination of alpha ferrite and cementite. It appears a little bit white at this temperature and at this combination. It appears little bit white and it is shiny also, like a pearl. That is why it is called as pearlite. Okay, so this is your iron carbon diagram. Now generally, if I have to concentrate on the, or if I have to tell the observations of phase diagram of this overall, is that the phase pearlite and alpha ferrite, if you can see, it is formed at same temperatures. Alpha ferrite is formed at 727 degrees Celsius, so as pearlite. Okay, so this is the main observation. Pearlite and alpha ferrite both are formed at 727 degrees Celsius only. And this 727 degrees Celsius, it plays a very important role, especially when you refer solidification of steel and cast iron. That time you will know how important that is. Okay, so if you understand iron carbon diagram, understanding other things is easier. That is why I am making video only on this. Okay, iron carbon diagram and the phase diagrams. Okay, the next observation is that alpha ferrite and pearlite, they are formed at 727 degrees Celsius, and below 727 degrees Celsius, at 727 you have pearlite and alpha ferrite. Below 727 you have cementite that is formed, and beyond 727 you have austenite, you have ledeburite, and you have delta ferrite. Okay, alpha ferrite and delta ferrite, they almost have the same carbon content. If you remember, alpha has 0.02% of carbon, delta ferrite has almost like 0.025% of carbon, like lightly here and there. Okay, so again I am telling you the observations. Pearlite and alpha ferrite, they are formed at same temperature. Okay, at 727 degrees Celsius you have alpha ferrite and pearlite. Beyond 727 degrees Celsius there is austenite, there is ledeburite and delta ferrite. Below 727 degrees Celsius there is only cementite being formed. So this temperature 727 is like very important. Okay, and almost alpha ferrite and delta ferrite has the same carbon percentage. So these are the phases of carbon diagram, iron carbon diagram. Okay, if you understand the introduction and the phases of the iron carbon diagram, the rest will be easier. So please refer to these two videos before you go further. Okay, thank you. I'll meet you in the next video.